So I'm Amy, I'm a third and final year studying Money, Banking and Finance, and I completed the PSA Advanced Award. After I graduate, I secured a job with Lloyds Banking Group as a risk management graduate. I think the main thing is that I wanted to make myself more self-aware. I think with this day and age, how the graduate labour market is becoming so much more competitive and the standard of graduates is getting higher and higher every year, you need something to differentiate yourself and make you stand out to employers. I personally already did quite a lot of extracurricular activities anyway, but I thought the PSA was a really great way to consolidate it and give a really nice high-level overview to employers. Employers don't tend to have a lot of time to read through applications and CVs, so you want something short and simple that's going to stand out to them, and then when you get through to later stages such as assessments and interviews, you can then delve deeper a little bit into more of the specific activities and what you've done and your skills. I think the main thing I've benefited is that I've thought so much more about my employability, about what it means in general, what it means to me, and how that connects to how employers see me. I think it helped me develop two skills that I found the most difficult to develop at any other point in my life, which was self-reflection and self-awareness. I found these quite difficult, but the PSA pushed me to look into these and to try and develop them more. And it meant that I made the connections between the activities I was doing, what skills I was learning, what more I still needed to do to improve, and then it sort of gave me a really nice portfolio of everything I've done, so that when it does come to interviews or writing applications, it's so much easier to process and write everything down and be able to articulate to an employer how the activity has developed a skill and how that's changed me now. I think my main advice would just be give it a go. Because there is 3 different levels to the PSA, you can find something that works for you. So no matter what degree you do, or what life you do, or what other work you do, you can fit something around you, which I think is really useful. I think some people might be less willing to get involved because they think about the work in it, but I think alongside that I'd say start it early. So I personally started the PSA in first year. I wanted to know what it was, how to get my points, what I needed to do, but I knew that I wasn't going to complete it until my final year. It then just gave me 3 years to sort of fit it around my life, fit it around my studies and gain points as I go. And it meant every 6 months or so I could just have a quick review of what points I'd had, what points I needed to get, and it made it much more manageable for myself. And the final thing, and probably the most important thing I would say, is to try and go outside of your comfort zone. I think we are all, as humans, very reluctant to go outside our comfort zone, but there will be many times in the future that we will need to. So I think if you try and give that a go now, you'll be much more well equipped to do it in the future. And I think regardless if you go outside your comfort zone and find the activity you tried or the work that you did didn't really work for you, you're always going to have learned something, you're always going to have developed yourself, and it could completely go the other way. You could give something a go that you were a bit apprehensive about, an activity you never originally considered, and you might absolutely love it and it might completely change your life and you want to continue it forever.